Kala Yahweh, Kala Yahushai, Kala Yahweh, Kala Yahushai, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Kala Yahweh, Kala Yahushai, Kala Yahweh, Kala Yahushai, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Kala Yahweh, Kala Yahushai, Kala Yahweh, Kala Yahushai, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. All praises to the Most High and the Son Yahushua. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. I'm gonna jump right into this lesson, man.
If categories dissolve, especially fundamental ones, the culture is dissolving because the culture is a structure of category. That's what it is. So, in fact, culture is a structure of category that we all share. So we see things the same way. Well, that's why we can talk. I mean, not exactly the same way, because then we'd have nothing to talk about. But roughly speaking, we have a bedrock of agreement. That's the Bible, by the way. So I just walked through the Museum of the Bible in Washington. That was very cool. It's a very cool museum.
So the structure, that's what the Bible
it's what I figured out. I just figured this out this week. So it was a cool thing to walk through because it's chronological. They have one floor which is the history of the Bible. But it's not exactly that. It's really what it is the history of the book. Now, in many ways, the first book was the Bible. I mean, literally, because at one point there was only one book. Like, as far as our Western culture is concerned, there was one book. And for a while, literally, there was only one book. And that book was the Bible. And then before it was the Bible, it was scrolls, and it was writings of papyrus, but we were starting to aggregate written text together, and it went through all sorts of technological transformations, and then it became books that everybody could buy, the book everybody could buy, and the first one of those was the Bible, and then it became all sorts of books that everybody could buy. But all those books, in some sense, emerged out of that underlying book, and that book itself, the Bible isn't a book, it's a library. It's a collection of books. And so what I figured out was, partly because I was talking to my brother-in-law, Jim Keller, who's the world's greatest chip designer and has now designed a chip that's as powerful as the human brain, which is optimized for artificial intelligence learning, by the way. And so
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 5. And there was given unto him mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in the blasphemy, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven, and was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and nations, all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Progressing to verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast, us, of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hear, let him that have understanding, count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And when I said us earlier, they're referring to us who would not take that mark. This is the book of Salakia. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12. It said, blessed is the man that endureth, Salakia, verse 11. Book of James, chapter 1, verse 11. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withereth. I'm going to start from the top. Book of James, chapter 1, verse 11. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. Amen.